Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the account. We're trying Boss 4 today, but we've got something to talk about for the first time in a while that's not directly related to the current gameplay. So we're just going to run through these attempts. I have the setup already. We'll explain it if we get it clear, but we probably won't because I've failed for like 3 days in a row now. I've made this video many, many times. Here's the team. Yes, I realize BQA is not in there. Yes, it's intentional. She doesn't seem to be super helpful when it comes to boosting SSM's damage. I'm expecting her not to be until I put her in a home and she can have her own attack boosted. So, we're going to throw ourselves in. Still employing the Rui Scepter strategy. No, his taunt is still not working. Sometimes I do not know what causes it, but it is what it is. So, what is my suggestion? It is related to Star Expedition, actually. Sort of riffing off the video that Rec made a little bit ago about how the high-end guilds are once again clearing Star Expedition hard mode, while most players, or at least a large chunk of players, have yet to even see the hard mode boss yet. And so this raises a problem, because is it really worth developing another boss after the current hard mode one that an even smaller fraction of the player base is going to see? So here was my proposal. And I quote, you can vote on this in the main Discord server. It's posted there. The name is Will, who suggested it. I have a crying mushroom as my profile picture. SSM took a little shot there, which is nice. We hope he swaps stance around round 9 or 10, so he gets to attack before the supports start dying off. Anyway, here's my suggestion. I say Star Expedition has been cleared again by top players. Adding a third boss after the second one would be content not seen by the vast majority of players, which is true, because it requires a full clearance of not just the first one, but also the second one. Here is what I proposed. Not an additional boss that unlocks after hard mode, but instead a new boss that appears alongside the existing one already, able to be attacked immediately when Star Expedition begins. So this model has a choice system where you can choose between two bosses to attack. The main one that already exists and this second one that I think is a good idea. Moving on. Why would this second boss be good? So everybody can engage with this because it's going to scale alongside the current one, not scaling on top of it. So all players would be able to engage with this if they liked to. Next, a guild would require a full completion of both bosses to achieve max points of Star Expedition. This is good because players are getting tired, or some players, not very many, because this is the top level guilds we're talking about. They're getting tired of clearing the level 1 boss of hard mode forever and ever until the Star Expedition weekends, because they're clearing it multiple times over now. So having to engage with both would spice it up at least a little bit. So, how else would this boss be different? I propose a different model of boss. The current one is a single target boss who, of course, is dominated by Lord of Fear Aspen and basically nobody else. MFG can do some damage. We get a swap of SSM there. He's in his golden form. Hopefully this helps. But this new boss would be a multi-target boss. So immediately other damage dealers have a chance to shine. MFG, even if there's only 2 bosses instead of 1, MFG's damage doubles. SSM's damage effectively doubles. And it would just be a pretty good time, pretty much for everybody, I imagine. Except for LFA, which is kind of funny, but that's okay because he's had his time in the sun for pretty much ever now. Round 12 active skill of the SSM, lots of chases, very nice. And it looks like we have another active skill in the bag. So, how does the addition of another boss help out? Well, it helps out this way. Because it would be multi-target, accounts and guilds would be rewarded with diversifying their composition. So on the account level, I would benefit, for example, by having not LFA, but a Star Swordsman Mockman, or a DTV, or an MFG, or Patricia. I don't know if Patricia would be good even with multi-target bosses. I'm not sure if that's her domain. But the point is, it wouldn't be LFA who does best there, which would be nice. And second, accounts or high-end guilds wouldn't be dominated by big Lord of Fear Aspens. They would be dominated by probably half Lord of Fear Aspens and then half other accounts that can main other things. And I think this would be more fun, not just on the individual account level, because all of these SE mains who've been maining SE for probably a year, maybe more, can finally branch out from LFA, should they desire to, without sacrificing their SE performance. I think that would be very good, very fun. So, next, the auction house. Everybody awakens Aspens because Aspens are the most demand hero. Probably because of Star Expedition, in part at least because everybody touts LFA as the best low budget main carry, and he's just vastly overrated in most areas of the game. Anyway, I think that this secondary boss model, with a choice to fight a multi-target or a single-target boss, and the requirement to kill both, would be good, not just for strategy development at the high-end guilds, not just for diversification of accounts on the individual level and the guild level, but also it just makes the mode itself more fun for pretty much everybody, outsiders looking in. It's no longer Aspen week when Star Expedition comes by. It's everybody gets to party week if you have a damage dealer. And I think, would just make it a more friendly mode to engage with for every player. Even if they don't have a very good damage dealer, they could at least do something against the boss. And lastly, because not every guild has the same player 30 times, some players are a lot weaker than others, and strong players are able to survive deep into the hard mode. Other players are not. They die rather quickly. So whenever one player starts to fall off in one boss mode, they can now turn to the other one because they can actually survive in there. And so they can still help out their guild despite being obliterated with attempting the one boss. So that's just what I sort of think about this. I think it would be healthy for pretty much everybody. I don't really see a downside here because LFA accounts wouldn't have to switch over because they still have access to the first boss. So LFA is still going to be here doing his LFA thing. SSM's going to die here. Oh, almost. He's going to die this round. There he goes. But yeah, that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We'll watch this boss now. We're going to lose, of course. But, I don't know. Maybe it can be fun. Maybe we'll get something to work out. If I get the back line down, at least, we can move on to the B team with BQA as the main damage dealer. But unless that boss goes down, it's just going to be a no-go from the startup, which, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm impressed that SSM can do this type of damage. If this is your first time watching a video of mine and you haven't seen my other Boss 4 video yet, I'm running this SSM with a Rui Scepter. And I'm running him with a Rui Scepter because I need him to taunt the minions because he never leaves his defensive stance unless he takes hits. So he needs to land the taunts, he needs to take the hits if he is going to do the damage. So no Antlers Cane, no melodic strings for the SSM here. Very impressive. Very impressive. I may try one day to build up I don't know if there's a control precision star spawn, but there's definitely a CI offset one, maybe even a second CI offset one. I might build those up, try SSM out with a Rui Scepter, with an Antlers Cane, see if the damage can be adequate in that case. Maybe worth a try, maybe not, we'll see. But it's for science, so I'll probably do it anyway, even if I don't think it's going to be very good. But anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. If you liked the idea, you can find it in the suggestions log on the main Idle Heroes Discord server, the one that was linked in the in-game announcements a little bit ago, where you had to DM Lutzbot for your free rewards. Yeah. if you dislike the idea, um, you can downvote it, but that would make me sad because I think it's a good idea. So if you downvote it, I will come find you and I will not make an actual threat on YouTube, but I will come tickle you. Not very pleasant there for you, probably. It looks like his taunt's actually working. I didn't see a patch. That was a humongous amount of damage for round 7. Not as many monster buffs this time. Let's see if he can get another one. That would be lovely if he can. Looks like he can get another active skill even, which means another monster buff for us. Hopefully he can get this final boss down. I really, really, really just want to have this over with so I can put my account into PvP mode. And it doesn't go very well. We've got a few rounds left where we can use our defensive active skills, but they're just not going to be anywhere near as potent. SQH probably going to die here this round or next. Yeah, the whole shield went down, so did a chunk of her health bar. Not my favorite. But SSM doing a fair bit of damage now, which is nice. SQH in utter peril at this point. Not spectacular. I would appreciate it if they continued to hit the SSM, though. That would make me extremely happy. If he can get a round 15 active skill or something like that, that would be huge. But of course, they're going to ignore the taunts now, which is bad. And there he goes. Yep, another sad end to my Mockman attempt. I probably won't keep making videos on this thing because I've been doing this for like a week now, and it's just getting tiresome. Having to make the whole video every night at reset, and then it fails, and so I delete it, and all my effort goes to waste. So with that, have yourselves a good day. Still 19th on here, not for long though. Just a little feeling I have. But anyway, thanks for watching. Here's the SSM, 98 million attack, but depending on setup, he can reach over 100k. I mean, over 100 million, which is cool. No soul symbols, but when I do get them, I'm going to bring SFX up as a tenant, and I'm going to put her as a homeowner who will be able to utilize PDE and SQH as her tenants. So hoping that turns the account in a good direction. But yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Let me know what you think about the Star Expedition idea. Have a good day.